We have finished chapter 9, and now we're on to chapter 10. We're going to go a little out of order. We're going to skip over to 10.3 for right now. I just think it flows easier if we do 10.3 today, 10.4 tomorrow, and then we'll get back to polygons and shapes and some different measurements for that. So for today, in your notebook, you can write 10.3, and we're ready to get started. I know it's been a while since you were in the classroom, but maybe this looks familiar to you. This poster hangs up most of the time on the chalkboard, and we used it last year when we were solving equations. Inverse operations. Inverse is a word that means opposite or something that undoes something else. Now, I'm not sure, don't check the grammar of that word undoes, but I think you know what I mean. So let's look at what you used to do when you're a little kid. You learn to add first. 2 plus 5 is 7. And then you learn this thing called subtraction. And you learn that you can go backwards. That 7 minus 5 is 2. So you learn that addition and subtraction undo each other. They're inverse operations. And you can see that up here at the top. Just like when we're solving equations, if it's x plus 2 equals 4, we subtract 3 because it's the inverse. Whoops. Then you learn that 4 times 3 was 12, and once you got your multiplication facts down, your teacher told you it's time to divide. Maybe you can multiply, divide, because dividing is just undoing multiplication. If 4 times 3 is 12, 12 divided by 3 is 4. It goes backwards, it undoes. And same with solving equations. If we're multiplying, we divide to solve for x. If we're dividing, then we multiply by the reciprocal to solve for x. Inverses. One that we have not gotten to is down here, and today's the day. We know what squares are, right? 4 squared is 16. 4 to the second power, which is called squared, is 16. But what undoes that? What will take us from 16 back to 4? A square root. So we're going to look at the relationship between squares and square roots. This is the square root symbol. Maybe you've seen it before. A number is usually underneath it. It actually is called the radical, but we'll call it the square root symbol. So we're going to pause right there. Just make sure you have some of that stuff down in your notes. And then when you're ready, go on to the next video.